Morning all, here we are, day 12. A bit overcast this morning, a little bit chilly too, a bit cooler than normal, a little bit of breeze still on the water. That northerly stayed on through the night, sort of squashed the surf around a bit messy out there with that northerly cross breeze. Sun's just come up through the clouds behind us there. Forecast today 22 for the low, a little bit warmer of 30 degrees for later this afternoon, depending how much cloud cover there is. There's a pack of wild dogs there. There must be an owner somewhere looking for them. We have a dog catcher on the beach too. Set up a Facebook group. The girls have, when any dog catchers out, quick ring arounds, everyone leashes that dog up if they're out on the sand. That tends to keep him out of trouble. Full moon still forecast for Wednesday night, and we have a low. Well, here's a t-shirt for today. It's the legendary Sun Studio from Memphis, Tennessee. Never been there, but got the t-shirt. Anyway, history of that. Today's video theme, we're going to be a bit on the music side of things, introducing some funky stuff for the music scene. Anyway, Sun Studios, a guy called Sam Phillips, back in 1950, the 3rd of January, 706 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, opened this recording studio. It was renowned for being the first studio in America to record the first rock and roll song, and that was a song called Rocket 88. You can hear that in the background. That was composed by Ike Turner. Over the years, through the mid to late 50s, people like Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins recorded a lot of their songs there. And there's a great shot there on the wall with Elvis Presley sitting at the piano. The story goes that Johnny Cash, he'd been doing a few of his songs there, which you've seen the Johnny Cash movie. That was the little Sun Studios where he was working on, had a few hits. Jerry Lee Lewis turned up, and he was just a hot piano player in Memphis. He hadn't really become famous yet, known around the country, but he was a good piano player, rocked in that day. Carl Perkins was there as well. He actually brought Jerry Lee in for a bit of piano work to help him with his song, and Elvis popped in with his girlfriend, and he was pretty famous by then. He had about 5 major hits, number one. He'd done the Ed Sullivan Show, and anyway, they decided to all sit around and have a jam, and then someone saw this opportunity, took the photo, and this photo was known as the $1 Million Quartet. They played his song. Johnny Cash didn't sing on some of the recordings, but these guys jammed, and that was a pretty cool session with a pretty historic photo. It died off later on, and then late in the 80s, mid-80s, bands like Def Leppard, Ringo Starr, Chris Isaak, John Mellencamp, U2, they all ended up going there and recording because of the historic significance of the building. Went there and did some recordings, and you can see that in a couple of their videos and so forth. There's some cool photos too of the building, some of the old recording studio and stuff like that. So there's a little history on the Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. That's right, folks. It's fortune cookie time. It says here, sorry to eat a mouthful, one should cherish opportunities and work with joy. Yeah, a little lame. And that's the fortune cookie of today. Hi guys, look, while we're here, I just want to show you this really cool hat, alright? Now you've all seen them, it's an Asian thing. We've got this in Vietnam. And what's so cool about it is it's all handmade. You can see you've got this palm frond that they use. They get strips of that, and they run small bits of bamboo around the edge like this and join them and tie them with a little bit of thin fishing line. And then they stitch through there and stitch all the way around the whole thing and attach it to there. It's got a slight shiny coating on the outside so it's waterproof. It's really cool, one size fits all. So you have these straps here, so you just tighten this more or less. I've got a big head, so it's pretty well in the max position, but you can adjust that. So it's soft, it doesn't sort of affect you, doesn't get sweaty. It's really cool because there's lots of air under there, so your head does, not like in a Kuba or some of the other hats where you get sweaty under there. It keeps lots of sun off because it's got a wide brim on it. It's waterproof. It rains. You can rain on it and protects you from that. It's really cool because if you just like give it a smash it like that, no big deal. It's designed so you go back to normal. It just pops back out. Fascinating. You can then carry water and have a drink. You can carry the fruit and veggies that you've got from the markets. They're just one of the coolest hats, I reckon, out there. Very clever. And some of them smart like the Chinese to invent one. But yeah, that's the, I don't know, there'll be a name for it, I'm not sure what it is. That is the cool Chinaman's hat. So the good deed for the day, everyone, is go and say hello to your neighbours. And these are my lovely neighbours. There's Brooke.
I say hi.
And lovely Holly. So Holly,
Hello.
what have you been up to?
Waiting to see this watching TV and
Been in the pool.
being waiting and Holly was jumping in the pool and
Making a cake.
we was making the cake.
Oh, yum.
You did some drawing.
I did some drawing to me.
Excellent. Some drawing too.
We're making a roast dinner for Naomi.
I was doing to Normie,
Oh, yum. Oh, that'll be lovely.
Emma,
And that's it.
and okay, the end.
Ah. Haha.
Can I see it now?
Yeah, sure. You can see the video now. I'll show you. See you, Holly. Bye, Brookie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right, folks. Sticking with the music theme for today, what I'm going to do, we've got our album, Australian album book that my brother got me. Very cool book. What we're going to do is we're going to do a surprise opening. So I'm just going to flick it open, and you say, Rory, you call out the word stop. Stop. Okay, that's what it stopped on. Here it is here. Classic Australian, The Sports, Don't Throw Stones, number 54. And position, highest chart position was 9. So check it out. They're the songs. I do know this album, it is very cool. So play it today, Spotify, Google Music, whatever you do, get it out and play through the album and give it a go. And that is the surprise album of the day. Cool. All right, folks, sticking with the music theme for today, what I'm going to do, we've got our album, Australian album book that my brother got me, very cool book. What we're going to do is we're going to do a surprise opening. So I'm just going to flick it open, and you say, Rory, you call out the word stop. Stop. Okay, that's what it stopped on. Here it is here. Classic Australian, The Sports, Don't Throw Stones, number 54. And position, highest chart position was 9. So check it out. They're the songs. I do know this album, it is very cool. So play it today, Spotify, Google Music, whatever you do, get it out and play through the album and give it a go. And that is the surprise album of the day. Cool. Here we have Tess here now, and today we've got for Tess is some cauliflower. Are you ready, Tess? You want to eat some cauliflower? Fresh cauliflower? So far, so good. Yum, yum, dinner. Well, guys, here we are just in the corner of my little back room, a little jam room set up. I'm actually in Bill Taylor's seat. This is normally his spot. Yeah, so as you know, I'm in a band with a bunch of mates. One's called Super Dexter, and Bill Taylor's a drummer, and we normally have the Pergapalooza, which has been cancelled, and we all apologise for that. Nothing can be done. But in Super Dexter, we've got Bill Taylor, Matty Potts, Andy Hazleton, and a new singer, Scott. And we've been jamming for the last 6 months, I suppose, and we're starting to get things together. It's a bit tough now, we can't jam much together, but we're going to try and do a hookup and do it that way. Also, I'm in a band with Matt as well called Rival Cartel, and we've got Matt's brother Steve, Pete on guitar, and a really good singer called Andy McCabe, who was looking for a band. We're looking for a singer. We hooked up, and we've been jamming together for the last 6 months. Andy's an excellent singer. He plays professionally, acoustically around town in Brisbane, and we've started playing together, which is a lot of fun. At the end of the video, there's a lovely song by him, and if you go on to Andy McCabe on Facebook, you can see all his other great songs that he's singing. He's a professional musician, married with a lovely little boy, and one-year-old now. But very tough for him because all the music venues have been stopped. So his support will be much appreciated. So have a look at his stuff. He's a real legend. And it's really great playing with him. He makes, normally my job as a bass player is to make the singer look good, but I tell you what, he makes all of us look good. So he's a real legend. We're grateful to be playing with him, and you'll be coming across more of his songs and stuff later on. Anyway, I'm just going to do a bit of practice and just let you see what I get up to. Down the back room here, basically I just play the song one of the songs we do, and I just sort of do my part along with it, make sure I'm sort of keeping up. So a bit average, I've been doing it for a couple of years, but there you go, you can all have a crack. Thanks.
The nursery rhyme I did the other day is actually an English verse for children to learn how to count. And the story in English is, one man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow. That's the first line. The second one is Dua, which is the language, is two men went to mow a meadow. Two men and his dog went to mow a meadow. Now that's the verse that I said to you the other day, and I'm not sure what the language is, so it's confusing everyone. My husband came back after the war and stayed in Burma. He took local awareness in Burma. So when it's anything to do with the Burmese language, I don't know, but he taught me in the language that he learnt it in, which was the two lines I've just given to you, and in English as well. So I hope someone can sort it out so you know where it came from and what it's called. That's all. I hope I haven't confused everyone. That's all I know. Thank you. Have a good day.